Hi, welcome back. This is Luminosity Yoga. My name is Anya, and today we are looking at the South Node solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. And I'm going to give you a very brief overview of the astrological constellations, the cosmic configurations, how they might impact you. And then we're going to do a brief yoga practice together. So let's just start by sitting. So just take a moment to tune in. And you can close your eyes and find a comfortable seated posture while you're listening to me. And just as you do that, become aware of your breathing without changing it, without judging that, just being aware and sensing your breath physically in your body. And see how what I say and if what I say resonates with you. And just take that with you, and whatever you cannot quite grasp, just let that go. So on the 14th of October 2023, we have what is called a South Node solar eclipse, and it is an annular eclipse, which actually means that there is a ring and on around the sun. Yeah, and so since it is a new moon, sun and moon being in the same place, the Earth actually comes in front of the sun and the moon. And the moon being a new moon, there is nothing that we can usually see on a new moon. It's complete darkness. And so the light of the sun is blocked out, and it's only visible in certain parts of the world, but it's not completely blocked out. So there is a thin ring around that image, and that's called annular eclipse. So as I said, sun and moon are both in the sign of Libra. At about 21 degrees of Libra, this eclipse occurs. And also the south node of the moon is in the sign of Libra. And as I told you in a previous video, so an eclipse is actually what happens when the ecliptic, so the orbital plane of the Earth and the moon, when they actually intersect. So it's a mathematical point in space. It is not a planet. And these have been considered very important points since ancient times. And in some parts of the world, or in kind of more ancient astrology, they were referred to, they were sometimes feared. And of course, that was also because people were a lot more dependent on the light of the sun and the moon, and maybe also didn't understand what happened. All of a sudden, one of their luminaries being blocked out. And so that was a more frightening event way back. And nowadays, it's also considered very important in especially evolutionary astrology. So the axis of the south node and the north node is considered an evolutionary axis. And so wherever those 2 points are in your particular chart, they're always opposite each other. That's the axis where you are evolving in your life, in this lifetime, in this incarnation. And currently we're all collectively evolving on the axis of Libra and Aries. And the first eclipse that we get is in the sign of Libra. And being a south node solar eclipse, it's actually something that we're liberating ourselves from relative to the idea of Libra, what that actually sign represents. So it could be things like selfless behavior in access, something that actually weakens you. So actually, basically deferring to others, always wanting to be nice, an obsessive desire for fairness or justice, codependent tendencies. These are some of the ideas you might go with. It could be something very personal though as well. It could be something to do with your kidneys. So Libra is also related to the kidney energy. And as it is opposite Aries, which again is to do with the head, so there could be also something to do with balancing between Libra also being very cerebral and Aries being a lot more instinctive, maybe the balance between the head and the instinctive nature to actually be adjusting. And generally, the idea always on this evolutionary axis is not to just completely let go of one and do the other, but to really find when you need to attune on the axis. However, on the eclipse is the time where things happen suddenly or can happen suddenly, and something can suddenly go or suddenly come in. On this South Node eclipse, we're thinking of something going. So we're actually having an opportunity to liberate ourselves from something or discharging something. And I think if you take these ideas as an intention into your practice, so what do I need to or wish to liberate myself from at this point in my life, in order to actually find more balance or create more balance within myself and to access more that self-confidence, a place of self-love and heart-connected leadership. Really embracing my strengths and being in that place to take action rather than in that inability to make decisions. And Libra is often connected with the idea of not being able to make decisions. However, that is also because Libra is aware of maybe the gravity that is connected to decision making. As it is the scales, it's about justice and fairness. So always thinking about what the consequences of a decision might be. So having said that, let's start by sitting, and actually I'm introducing a mudra to you today. So mudra is well, there's different types of mudras, but the one that we're working with is a hand gesture, which is specific for the nodes of the moon. And so with the right hand, we're gonna finger stretched up and the thumb touches the base of the index finger. And for the left hand, we're going to bring the index finger up and the thumb just wraps around the other finger. So just adapt this posture for now. Close your eyes if you haven't done so yet, and then just connect to your breathing. And just sense all the body parts that are connected to the earth as you breathe here. And from your tailbone or from your perineum, just feel the connection down into the earth as like a root or a beam of light. And if you still feel yourself being in the future or in the past, just imagine like kind of pearls coming from the future and from the past into the center of your pelvis like a T, and then in the center of that T, just reaching down into the earth, connecting with you and the earth in this moment. And then on your inhale, just feel energy floating up the spine to the crown of the head. Just receive energy. And on the exhale, just release stress and tension, energies of others, whatever you don't need right now. On the inhale, feel the energy again, just entering your body. It's like a new beginning, new start. Inhaling all the way up to the crown of the head. The gentle pull up from the crown. Release the chin, and on the exhale, just let go again. At the end of the exhale, very gently pull the pelvic floor and the belly in. Release that on your inhale. Bring the breath up to the crown. And again, exhale, just letting go. At the end of the exhale, you root and you pull the pelvic floor and the belly in and up gently. A few more breaths like that. And just feeling the breath oscillating or just moving between heaven and earth. Find your seat in the center. In your center and in between heaven and earth. Inhale, receiving. Exhale, releasing. Three more like this. Finding a long neck, releasing the chin, opening the chest. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. And then just bring your chin towards your chest. And again, just either have it as a question, like as a question. So what is it that I now need to liberate myself from on this eclipse in Libra? Or you can also set the intention that you're liberating yourself from a particular quality that is associated with Libra. Or any other intention that is relevant for you at this point. So bring that into the body with your breathing. Rub your hands together. Cup your eyes with your palms. Take a few deep in the exhale. Just let any stress, tension in your eyes just evaporate, dissipate into the hands. Exhale, bring your hands down. And then just going to sit sideways so you can see that a little bit better. So you just draw from your belly button, just draw a line around you, and just above that, rub your kidneys. Give them a good rub. As I said, Libra is connected to the kidneys, the kidney energy. We're just going to stimulate them. Very good. Okay, and then inhale, open the chest. And then exhale round, and again, just breathing into the kidneys. Inhale, open the heart. Open your gaze, and then exhale round. A few more times. Inhale, opening. Exhale round. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding. Two more. Being very gentle with the head, so only bringing the gaze up if that works well, or just as far as it works well for your neck. And then we're just going to come front. And we're going to bring our groins close to our hands and be gentle here. So just making sure that's okay for you. Then engage your core muscles and tuck your toes under. Sit back, let your head rest. And we're going to come back up, round back. Just going to come forward. So bring the groins as close as you can to the ground without straining. Engage your core. Bring your seat back to your heels. I'm going to do preparation here for Cobra or Upward Dog. Again, bring in and be very gentle and really, so make sure your shoulders are not here. You really push yourself up and out, really use your hands, engage your core. Pull the belly in and up, and then exhale, sit back. And then we're going to come front, and now we're going to go into plank position. If this is too much, you're just going to repeat what we did before with the knees on the ground. Otherwise, come into plank, inhale here. And then we're going to also, we have Saturn and Pisces, so that's related to the feet. So just going to come on the flat feet. And either here, you can either bring your groins on the ground, like for an upward cobra or upward dog, making sure again that your shoulders are far away from the ears and that it is okay for your back. Otherwise, you can use that gentle one with the knees on the ground, or you can even use something that's called a small cobra. So please, as always, respect the boundaries and the flexibility of your own body. So there's always options to do it in a gentle way. And you could, for example, do this cobra and then just come up on all fours. Otherwise, we come into full version, inhale, plank, and then exhale, coming into upward dog. You do that 2 more times. Either you do your tabletop or the plank. Exhale, small, higher cobra or upward dog. And this is related again to the nodes of the moon, upward dog and downward dog. So we do it 1 more time, inhale here. And then you can either come into tabletop or all the way in one piece into downward dog. And just walk a little bit on your toes, on your feet. Come up on the toes on the inhale, and then on the exhale, stretch one heel to the ground and really bring some energy into your right. At the moment here, I bend the right knee, bring some energy into the right foot. And at the same time, press the left heel down. And then inhale, come up on the toes, and we change sides. So the ball of the left foot now is energized. Really push that down. At the same time, the right heel goes down, engaging the core. Releasing your head, and you can pucker your lips or just release whatever there might be still. Very good. And then we're just gonna walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. And we're just gonna do one sun salutation. Inhale, bring the arms up. So we salute the sun. Yeah, that's part the sun and the moon. And then you exhale, we salute the earth. Inhale, half forward fold. And then step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, plank position, or knees, chest, and chin, or tabletop. And then inhale. We come into either the small cobra version, the higher cobra, or upward dog. Exhale again, choose your version to come back into downward facing dog. And again, you notice we've been working with the kidneys, with the energy in your back. And if you feel you're straining, if you're exhausted on this day, go very easy, very gentle. It's not about proving anything. And then just look at your hands, and you can either jump or you can walk, come into a seated posture. Very good. And then just taking a moment here again. Inhaling, lifting, and then we engage the core and go back, round the back. And imagine someone lifting you up from your heart. Inhale. And again, engaging the core, feet on the ground, going back a bit more. Engaging the core, inhale. And then exhale, rounding. And going all the way down. If you can, feet hip width distance. If you can, grab your ankles. Again, if that's not available to you, place your hands flat on the ground. And inhale, we're going to come up in the shoulder bridge. And exhale, go down. We just repeat that a few times. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more times in your own time. Very good. And then just bring the feet hip width distance and let the knees rest against each other. Bring your hands onto the lower belly. Just take a few deep inhales. Bring your arms out to the side. And then you bring both knees, so feet stay as wide as your mat. Bring both knees over to the left. Stay here for a moment. Pull the tailbone down. And you can slide the right foot on the left thigh on top of the left foot onto the right thigh on top of the right knee, just where the thigh muscles start. If you want to increase the stretch, can be very gentle with yourself, otherwise just keep both feet on the ground. Inhaling up to the crown, exhaling down into the earth. Then really release again. Bring the knees up again. Just take a moment here. Maybe you're just shaking out the hips. You can actually lift up the hips and just bounce them onto the mat from left to right. So we're just releasing any tension here in the lower back. And just bring the knees over to the other side. So now, if you like, you can bring the right foot on top of the left thigh, just above the left knee. It's optional. Otherwise, feet as wide as the mat. Deep breath. Great. And now release again. And if there's any discomfort for the lower back, just make sure that you place something under your knees. And we're going to do it's called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, but we're going to just do it lying down. So you don't even need to use your hands. So just take a moment again just to feel the earth underneath you. And bring your attention to your feet. And then inhale from the left foot all the way up to the crown of the head. And then exhale from the crown of the head down to the right foot. Inhale over the right side. Imagining that you're just using the right nostril, and then exhaling over the left side from the crown down to the left foot. Inhale over the left side, imagining that you're just breathing through the left nostril. Exhaling through the right nostril down to the right foot. Inhaling from the right foot, right nostril up to the crown. Exhaling down through the left nostril to the left foot. And just do a few more like this. And so we're balancing out the left and the right hemisphere of our brain, yin and yang, active and passive, finding balance, or even just holding the opposites, the duality, without becoming reactive. One more round, left to right, right to left. And then just let go completely for a moment. And just allow the earth to carry you. And just allow whatever wants to go right now. Whatever wants to free you, liberate you. Just allow for that to happen without controlling that. And then take a deep in and exhale. Start to move your fingers and toes. Place the feet in front of you onto the mat. Just roll over to your right side or your favorite side into fetus position. Slowly make your way back up. And if you like, just sit slightly raised. Take any strain off your groins and your back. Let's return to the mudra. Right hand, fingers facing up. And the thumb is touching the base of the index finger, left hand, index finger up. And the thumb reaches around the other finger. Just stay here for a moment. Think about something you're thankful for today. And just feel that in your heart. Doesn't matter what it is. Anything that makes you smile, that brings you joy. And then just acknowledge that you are willing to liberate yourself from whatever prevents you from having a more confident and more self-led, heart-led way of living your life, you're ready to liberate yourself from that. And bring your hands together in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. And I bow to you. I bow to all the spirits, our ancestors, who are able to support us and ready to support us. And I'm dedicating the accumulated merits of my practice to all beings without exception. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share the videos with others, and stay tuned for more upcoming videos, as we have a second eclipse coming up in 2 weeks, and there will be videos to see you through the cycle every few days or so. And enjoy this south node lunar, solar eclipse, sorry, in the sign of Libra. Bye for now.